Okay, so I'm talking to Tanika about the CELTA, which we have just finished. Tanika, thanks for talking to me. How do you feel generally about the CELTA and how it's gone?
I feel relieved that it's over now.
Yeah.
It was very exhausting. It was probably the hardest thing I've ever done. I think it's even harder than my master's degree because it's condensed.
Because of the intensity.
Yeah, it's condensed over 1 month, so it's just like you don't get time to breathe.
Yeah, it's just tough. I mean, for me, it was just being stressed once in a while is okay, but I had it 5 or 6 times during this course, where I was just so tired. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Is it the same for you?
Yeah, there were points where I was living on about 5 hours a night sleep, and I just wasn't being able to function properly for the next day because I was tired from the night before.
Yeah.
So it doesn't give you much time to really enjoy Bangkok or the surrounding areas because you always your head's in the book the complete time.
I think that's the main thing to understand. I wasn't quite prepared. I thought I would have some time, but I had like a half a day in 4 weeks. It's like full on, isn't it? Yeah.
And if you want to make time to actually enjoy things, then you have to work even harder to try and make sure that everything's done on time, everything's finished, so that you can actually have one day over the weekend to enjoy Bangkok, to see some of the surrounding areas.
Yeah, totally. I really agree with that. So, Tanika, I know you've got like some experience teaching. I've also got a little bit of experience teaching. Do you think this has really benefited you as a teacher, and do you think it would benefit someone who had not taught before?
I think with some experience, this course has definitely benefited me more because I've been able to see what I've done wrong previously, and like I can actually learn from my past teaching, experiences.
Yeah.
If I was a teacher that's coming to this like without any teaching experience, just fresh out of university or
scary,
wanting like a career change, I think I wouldn't have been able to handle it. I really think you need to have teaching experience before you even do this course. Yeah. Because otherwise,
it's tough.
You can't comprehend all the information that you get, given to you in the first week.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
too much. It's too much a process.
Yeah. No, I agree. I don't know. The guys obviously have managed who haven't taught before, but I agree. It's just for us it was tough, right? And we've actually done some before.
Exactly.
So what about the money involved? I mean, I think the one that we've done here is fairly reasonable in terms of CELTA. It can be anything up to kind of £2,000, British pounds, in different parts of the world. Do you feel like it's a good investment?
I feel here in Bangkok it's a good investment. I feel because like it is a cheaper country to live in. I think that costs are reduced.
Sure.
So I was looking at here or maybe even Vietnam to do it. I know that like where I'm living in Hong Kong, there's no CELTA, but the Trinity TESOL is like about 2,300 Australian dollars.
Right.
And here it's only 1,600 US dollars. So I think for value for money, I would definitely recommend doing it in maybe a cheaper country. Yeah. Because then even your living costs are reduced. Yeah.
And do you feel like your life or your career is going to be better as a result of now having this certificate?
I think I have more opportunities.
Yeah.
Opportunities have opened up for me a lot more because
Definitely.
I noticed that to stay competitive in the teaching market, you really have to have the CELTA.
Yeah, you do.
Or some equivalent degree.
Cool.
I think like the next thing up from that is then to have a master's in education or linguistics or something like that. But for now, like the CELTA, it's a good selling point. It's definitely good to have on your resume.
Definitely. And just finally, before we go for beers, what about the length of the course? I mean, quite a few of us said 4 weeks has been a long time to be under this amount of stress and the workload. How did you feel about that?
I feel like now it's over, it's okay. But I think 4 weeks is very intensive. Yeah. You're doing basically a semester, a university semester condensed into 1 month. Yeah. And that's hard going. That's 4 assignments and 8 teaching and 8 lesson plans that you have to do. Yeah. And to do that in 1 month is a lot. I would prefer it to be over like 5 or 6 weeks because then you can take your time process information, read.
Totally.
You know, read through what they've given you, and then I think you'd be able to better implement it. But at the moment, it's, I'm just glad it's over. But if I did it again, maybe I would either do it part-time.
Yeah. Or
maybe go to Ecuador where they have it over 5 weeks.
Yeah, it might be better.
So, yeah, I'd prefer to have it over a little bit longer. But,
But on the other side, it's done and we've done it.
Yeah, it's just painful for a short amount of time.
Yeah.
And then once it's done, it's done. It's like giving birth.
Yeah, like giving birth or having surgery or something.
Yeah.
All right, brilliant. Thank you so much for speaking to me.
No problem.